loves, welcome back. Today is the Sephora VIB Rouge haul. It has been a couple days since I've actually gotten these products. It's actually been like a week or so, but I've just been so busy. I haven't had time to film this haul, and I did take a couple things back that I got. And I don't know, it was just a lot going on with this haul, but I was very disappointed with Sephora this year because Sephora didn't allow the VIB Rouge to use the VIB discount. So let's go ahead and get started with the Sephora VIB haul. First, I'm going to start off with the skincare line. The first 3 items that I picked up was actually items for my husband. The first item here is a skincare product or skincare products. He originally started off using these in the sample and decided to pick up the full size for him since he did like the samples. And the first one is the Jack Black Deep Dive Glycolic Facial Cleanser. It also has Kaolin Clay and Volcanic Ash. When he was younger, he did have acne skin, so it did a lot of damage to his skin. One of the ladies who worked at Sephora recommended that he try this out along with the Jack Black Face Buff Energizing Scrub with vitamin C and menthol. I can definitely see his skin looking a lot more brighter and a lot more smoother on the surface. This is unisex, so it could be for male or female. However, it is a little bit more rougher on the skin. So far he is really liking these 2 products. And then I love for my husband to smell good. Like, I am always buying him cologne. When I smelled this in Sephora, I instantly fell in love. I was like, oh my god, you got to get this. It smells absolutely amazing. And this is Prada Luna Rose, and it smells so freaking good. So those are the 3 items that I picked up for him. And of course, next I'm going to move on to my skincare. As you guys have seen, my skin has definitely transformed this last year. She put me on birth control, which did a huge impact on my acne, which I later found out was hormonal acne. So as you can see, my skin is very clear. I don't have hardly any blemishes. I do have small blemishes on my cheeks from previous acne breakouts. Only thing I was kind of getting low on was the Origin products. You guys know I love these products. I rave about them all the time. If you have red, irritated, sensitive skin, these 2 things are amazing and will leave your skin feeling so soft and so rejuvenated and just looking so glowy. So the first one is the Origins Checks and Balances. This is the actual face wash. I use this at night, and one thing about me, I have very oily skin. So if I don't get a lot of lather or foam, I don't feel like my skin is washed or clean at all. So the simple fact that the Origins gives me that lather feel that I like, and a little bit goes a long way with the Origin lines. Like, I was so surprised that most of these products that I've gotten from them I've had for like 7 or 8 months before I needed to restock, and I wash my face twice a day, so I was very surprised. You guys know about the Origins charcoal mask. This is the Clear Improvement active charcoal mask to clear pores. I absolutely love this. I still use this once a week. That's all I got for my skincare. Now let's move on to the makeup stuff, okay? So I was so happy when I saw that Sephora restocked on these makeup remover cloths. I originally saw them a while back when I picked up the makeup eraser. If you guys are interested in knowing about that product, I'll have it below in the info bar. I also did a comparison with these makeup cloths with the Makeup Forever cloth and the cloths from Walmart. I'll also have that comparison link below in the info bar. But this one came from Sephora, and I think it was like $12 or $13, and the makeup eraser is $20, and the one from Walmart I think was like $2. When it comes to my face, I will splurge because I definitely took for granted my beautiful skin before I had my hormonal acne. These are the 2 face cloths. You get 2 of them from Sephora. They're $13. Basically, what you do with this is this removes your makeup. I can't use makeup remover chemicals because my face begins to burn, it turns red. So I love the simple fact that they came out with these cloths, and the only thing you do is just add water, squeeze it out like that, And one side is an exfoliating side, which is the long hair. The other side is a short haired side, and you just use this side to rub off the makeup. And you can probably get about, depending on how much you wear, of course, you can probably get about 2 to 3 uses out of this particular cloth. Throw it in your washer and you got another one good to go. So I'm really happy that I picked these up. The next thing I picked up was a foundation. I picked up the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation. I am in the color Fawn Deep. Now this is my winter color. I also picked up the color Cocoa Light in a sample, and I think that's more of my skin tone in the summertime. I did notice that the foundation oxidized, so it will get a little darker on you. I know in a previous video that I posted, I think it was the Thanksgiving makeup tutorial, a lot of you guys thought that the foundation was gray, but it's actually not. I think my lighting was just a little too bright, which gave off a different tone of what the color of this foundation was. So this foundation is actually a perfect match for my skin tone because I am a lot more pale in the wintertime. I really don't have too much of a yellow undertone. I'm more of an olive undertone in the wintertime. And then when the summer comes around, I'm definitely more yellow slash red. This is a perfect match for me, and because I do add a powder on top now, which I'm super excited about, and I'll tell you guys about that in just a second. I'm so happy. I do add a powder on top, and that makes it a little bit more darker, so I didn't want to go any darker, any lighter. I felt like this is the perfect shade. This foundation to me is wonderful. I love the fact that it comes with a pump. The other foundation that they recently came out with, which is a little bit more coverage than this one, I don't like the whole dropper. To me, that's just messy. To me, that's wasting product, and this is already an expensive foundation. I really wish that the makeup companies would consider adding pumps to all of their foundations. It just saves so much more product. It's not messy. This foundation is very lightweight. The coverage on here is sheer to medium, but it is buildable. This is good for me for everyday wear if I did decide to wear foundation every day, because it is so lightweight and it doesn't give me such a heavy coverage. It still looks very natural at the end of the day. And I also have a review slash demo using this foundation. I don't know if I'll have it up by the time this video goes up, but if I do, of course, it'll be below in the info bar. And the next thing I picked up is a bronzer. This is the Laura Mercier bronzer in the color 04. I don't really know if I like this bronzer, but I don't really know if I don't like the bronzer. That probably doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. Like, I like it one day, then the next day I don't like it. I just don't feel like it's dark enough. I love the simple fact that this bronzer does not make me look too red. That's some of the issues that I run into with bronzer, and that's why I don't really do the whole bronzing thing, because it's so hard to find a bronzer that's not going to make me look so red. But with this bronzer, it pulls a lot more brown tone. But what I have noticed about this bronzer is it is very, very close to my skin tone, maybe a little darker. So what I have found myself doing is over applying this bronzer. The next product I picked up is the Laura Mercier Indiscretion highlighter. I know a lot of girls were saying it's very similar to the Bobbi Brown. I don't know which one that was because I didn't pick that one up, but as you can see, it's a very pretty pearl highlighter, very similar to something I know I already have in my stash. I was telling one of the girls at Sephora that I feel like all the highlighters are starting to look alike now. Like, I really didn't even want to buy any more highlighters because I felt like they all look alike. And by the way, to all the girls working at Sephora in the Beaufort Mall, hey, I love those girls. Every time I come in, they show me so much love. And it was so crazy. Last time I went in there was like 3 of the girls who actually worked there was like, oh my god, I know you from somewhere. Where do I know you from? You look so familiar. And in my mind, I was like, okay, it's either YouTube or I've been here way too much. Kind of like how I am with Victoria's Secret. So she was like, yeah, I know you be in here all the time, but you still look more familiar. I was like, YouTube? She was like, yes, girl, YouTube. So that was a happy reunion. Anytime you guys see me out, just, you know, holla at me. I'm nice, I'm cool, and I picked up another highlighter. This is the Becca Topaz highlighter. To me, I still felt like I got something in my stash that's similar to this, but when I tried it on at Sephora, I absolutely fell in love with it. But as you can see, it's like a gold highlighter. Now swatch it on the back. It's very pretty, and it's right there. Another highlighter that I picked up, and I was so not supposed to pick up this palette, but one of the girls who was helping me out at Sephora, oh my gosh, she had the most beautiful brown skin. Like when I saw her, I was like, what foundation are you wearing? She was like, none, girl. And anyways, while I was on the other side of Sephora adding stuff into my cart I ain't got no business doing, she was on the other side trying to find me the perfect highlighter. And when she pulled me to the side, she was like, look, you need to try this out. It's the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Luminizing Palette, and it looks like this. I did not see this on the Sephora website. I only saw it at my local Sephora, and basically it comes with two highlighters. This is Radiance and Glimmer, and then the other ones up here are actually eyeshadows. I really love Glimmer. I'm just going to insert a picture of how these swatches look on the back of my hand. But this is the palette. And then my next purchase, I picked up a foundation powder. I don't know why it took me so long to get a powder, especially because I am oily, and most of the time when I wear foundation, even if I put a primer on, my face is just super duper oily within like 2 hours. The Makeup Forever Duo Matte was like one of the most raved product that I saw during my search, and I freaking love this. Like I even love it when I don't have on any foundation, but I just want to add a little bit of color to my skin. So I am in the color 209. I would suggest that you go to your Sephora and get matched. Same thing for the Marc Jacobs. I would definitely go into the store and get matched because the colors online just don't look as accurate in my opinion. This is like the true perfect match to my skin. On camera it looks a little beige, but it's not a beige at all, and that's why I said it's so much better to go into Sephora. Next thing I picked up was the Kat Von D Witches lipstick or lip stain. Now, okay, let me tell you this. I did originally have Lolita and Bone and Arrow. I think that was it. Anyways, the most two popular, always sold out lipsticks from Kat Von D, and I actually ended up returning both of those because I felt like it was just too nude for me. If I want a nude lip, I'll just wear my own damn lips, you know what I'm saying? Lolita didn't do anything for me. Like Lolita was just a nude to me. Like it blended in with my lips, and I was so disappointed because like I said, it was always sold out. So many people raved about it, but when I got it, I was like, are you serious? Is this really what everybody was raving about? And you guys know I am always up for a bold lip. I always like those colors that can be intimidating, but this is just a black lipstick that turns matte, and it is a true black. The last thing that I picked up was definitely a Splurge. I had been wanting to try this out for quite some time now, maybe a couple months, and I didn't want to pay the price for this item, but since I was getting 20% off, why not? If I don't like it, I'll just return it. That easy. It is the Marc Jacob, the bronze brush. It is so soft. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I'm just going to be using it really for my bronzer, and I've heard a lot of people rave about this brush, so I can't wait to use it. One thing I do like is how heavy but light the brush is, but I do kind of wish that it being such a high-end product or high-end line that he would actually engrave his name on the product instead of it just being laminated on here. This was my Sephora VIB Rouge haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I didn't talk your heads off, but I was just really happy to get some of the products that I have right now, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah.